For this demo, we'll start with a single interface design. I'm using a dashboard because it gives us a good mix of layout, navigation, cards, buttons, tables. The goal is not to create a completely new design from scratch. The goal is to improve and evolve what we already have. So the first thing I like to do is not ask the agent to modify anything. Instead, I ask it to analyze the design. This is an important habit, in my opinion. Before making changes, the agent should understand the structure, the visual language, and the problems in the current file. This gives us a design audit based on the actual Penpot file, so the agent can identify repeated patterns, possible components, inconsistent spacing, missing hierarchy, or places where accessibility could be improved. And this is already useful. Even before generating anything, MCP helps turn the design file into structured information. That's the foundation for the rest of the workflow. Let's move from visual decisions to design tokens. Design tokens are a way to give names and structure to the visual decisions in a product. So instead of having random colors, font sizes, spacing values, shadows, and border radius, we can organize them into a system. With the MCP, the agent can inspect the design and propose a token structure based on what already exists. Notice that we are not asking the agent to change the file, we are asking it to reason about the design first. This is especially important in professional workflows. You want the agent to propose a system, explain the logic, and then apply changes only when you approve them. So the structure looks good. We can ask the agent to apply the token decisions to the design, as you can see. And now the file starts becoming more systematic. The design is no longer just a collection of visual choices. It is becoming a design system. Once we have tokens, we can use them to explore different themes or branding directions. This is one of the areas where the workflow becomes very powerful, because instead of redesigning every element manually, we can ask the agent to preserve the layout and component structure while changing the visual direction through semantic decisions. So for example, let's create a dark enterprise theme or mode. Let's create a new visual direction for this dashboard called dark mode. And I will also add new brand themes. This is a great example of how AI can support design work without replacing design judgment. The agent can help us explore a new direction quickly, but we still control the intent, the constraints, and the final decision. We can ask for a more serious brand, a more playful brand, a high contrast accessibility theme, or a, white label version for a different customer. The key is that the design remains structured. We are not just creating random variations. We are using the system to explore control variation. Now let's look at components. This is one of the most useful workflows for product teams. A lot of design files start as screens, but to scale a product, those screens need to become reusable components. With the Penpot MCP server, we can ask the agent to inspect the file and find repeated patterns. This is where the workflow becomes very practical. The agent can help identify which parts of the design should become components. Buttons, cards, tabs, navigation items, table rows. These are all patterns that usually repeat across a product. Then we can go deeper into one component. For example, we can ask for a button variant. This is not just about saving time. It is about making the file more maintainable. Once the file has components and variants, it becomes easier for designers and developers to speak the same language. And that is one of the biggest strengths of Penpot as an open design tool for product teams. Another very interesting use case is documentation. Design documentation is often the missing bridge between design and development. A design system might exist visually inside a design file, but developers and AI coding agents need explicit rules. They need to know which tokens to use, how components behave, what spacing rules exist, and what should or should not be done. With MCP, we can ask the agent to generate generate a design markdown file from the Penpot design. These files are not a text representation of a complete design system, of course, but they can serve to give the agent context regarding visual matters. This is powerful because the design files becomes more than a visual artifact. It becomes operational context. A developer can read it, a design system team can maintain it, and an AI coding agent can use it to generate UI that is much more consistent with the original design. This is where Penpot can become a key part of agentic product workflows. The canvas contains the source of truth. The documentation makes that source of truth portable. Now that we have structure, tokens, and components, we can move closer to implementation and ask the agent to generate semantic HTML and CSS. This is an important detail. We are not asking for random code. We are asking for code that follows the design system. The agent should use the tokens, respect the spacing, preserve the hierarchy, and generate accessible markup. So this creates a much better design to code workflow. The output is not perfect by default, and you should still review it. But the agent now has real design context, which makes the result much more useful. Once we have components, variants, tokens, and documentation, we can ask the agent to generate stories that reflect the design system. This is a great final step because it closes the loop between design and development. We started with a visual design in Penpot, then we identified the system behind it, and now we can have that system into a developer-facing environment like a Storybook. That is the real value of this workflow. It is not just about generating more UI, it is about keeping design and code connected. What we've quickly seen today are just a few of the main examples of what you can do with Penpot and the new Penpot MCP server. The main idea is simple, but very powerful. Your Penpot files can now become actionable context for AI agents. The agent can inspect your design, understand the structure, help you identify tokens, create components and variants, explore themes, generate documentation, and support design-to-code workflows. And because this happens from a real Penpot file, the workflow is much more grounded than starting from a blank prompt.